Hey, what's up guys? So yeah, this right here is the 2023 Honda Civic Type R. All new for this generation, and they've done a ton of stuff to it. And like you guys see from the title, this car just deserves some respect. It's probably the most powerful front-wheel drive sports car that Honda's brought to the US, most powerful production Honda engine, not under Acura, under Honda, ever brought to the US as well. So it's bringing a lot to the plate, and yeah, let's talk about it, guys. So start with the engine. So under the hood is, oh wait, we got to put the struts up. Give me a second here. Okay, under the hood is the K20. It's revised for this generation, and it now puts out 315 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's up 9 horsepower and 15 pound-feet of torque, if I recall correctly. And yeah, they retuned it so that it brings in torque sooner in their rev range, which you want. And aside from that, it looks very similar. Engine bay does look slightly different. We now get a hood vent up front as opposed to that NACA duct hood vent earlier on, so it extracts heat because this thing gets hot. This right here is your intake duct, and yeah, you guys get a good look at it here. But let's go down. Let's talk about the rest of this right here. So because it's a Type R, it has the red Honda badges throughout. So it's one in the front, one in the back, and one on the steering wheel. And then you got your Type R badging here, which is nice, discreet, but it still stands out. Fully functional vents up front and lower vent right here for your intercooler. And then there's vents off to the side here for your brake cooling. So a big kind of takeaway, I feel like, compared to the last generation is there aren't any fake vents. I mean, I'd actually say this right here is more of a stylistic thing. This is not a vent, but I don't think it's something that needs to be a vent. So it's not trying to be a vent, it's not faking that. And then up top, you have the same LED headlights that are on the new generation Honda Civics. So, but the biggest thing is these are all unique body panels compared to the regular Civic. Wider fenders to fit the wider track and the wider tires, wider, bigger wheels. So they're 19-inch wheels, smaller than last generation. They used to be 20s. These are 19. Biggest reason they did it is to fit more tire options, which is great because people are going to track this and they want tire options as opposed to what was available on a 20-inch wheel. This one from the factory gets Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, which I think is better than the GR Corolla because they'll just come with Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. And then you can get from the dealership Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. They have Brembo brakes up front, and this is a cool thing, these valve stems here. I think that's a nice design. You don't see that often on wheels. At least I haven't seen it. And then you have a vent out the side here, fully functional for reducing drag that builds up in the wheel well and bring it along to the side of the car. So you get black mirror caps, black accents, front door pretty much identical to the regular hatch Civic, but the rear door is completely redesigned. It's a completely new piece of sheet metal to mold in nicely into the rear fenders, which are a lot wider. The camera, I'll be honest, doesn't do a great job picking it up white. I mean, I guess it's harder to see that, but it is a lot wider. And I guess you notice it more from the back. You really notice that it really sticks out a lot. And yes, you do have the same 265 wide tires all around, so in the back as well. It's not staggered at all. And let's continue to go around here. So it is the hatch, right, guys? So you get, it's a 5-door setup, and then it has this rear wing, nice mounting down here. Looks really cool. You could get a carbon fiber wing. I'll try to put a clip of that, but this is the standard wing, and it's big. Going down, same rear taillights as a hatch. Like I said, the red Honda badge in the back, Type R, and then you get your tri-tipped exhaust right there. So we'll put a sound clip of that so you guys can take a listen to it. And that's pretty much the exterior of the vehicle. So talking about powertrain, exterior, suspension, it is improved. I'll put stats up here. They did try to reduce torque steer, so they have adjusted the suspension geometry similar to the previous generation Type R to reduce that. But let's step inside here. So first thing you'll notice is the red. They really wanted that red to pop, and they definitely did that here. So let's sit inside. These seats really let you sink in. And move back here. And let's just turn on the accessories right now. So what you'll notice, guys, yes, it has the red Honda badge on the steering wheel. Leather wrapped. You can get a suede wrapped as an accessory. And this has the 10-inch gauge cluster. And right now it's in the R Plus mode. So we'll turn that off. Okay, so this is what it normally looks like. It's a full digital gauge cluster display. And you have the different menus you can go through if you want to see certain data. What do we have here? Your boost pressure, G meter, brake, and I don't know what that is, honestly. But seat belts, maintenance, all that good stuff, right, guys? And yeah, I think it's a great steering wheel. And yes, guys, this has 3 pedals. It only comes exclusively in a 6-speed manual, and it feels great while driving. I mean, Honda's been known for that, so that's good. You do not get auto start stop. You have your park brake, brake hold. That's where auto start stop would be. Your drive modes, which you have, like we said, sport, individual, sport, and comfort. And if you go to R Plus mode, it goes to that unique gauge cluster display, which really brings up your RPMs in a, I feel like, a more intuitive way for track driving. Your important RPMs are up high, so you want to see those nice and clearly. There are shift lights. If you look a little closer, there are shift lights right there. And if you do hit the rev limiter, there is a beep that comes on. So yeah, but let's move on to the rest of the cabin. I mean, from a dash standpoint, it is similar to the, regular Honda Civic. This does have dual climate control. You do have your wireless charger, USB ports, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on this 9-inch touchscreen, wireless as well, which is nice because this one has the wireless charger. And this right here, what we're looking at, is the Honda Log R app. So that lets you record track times on the track and also off the track, pretty much. And it'll give you it'll give you scores. Let's see if we can actually pull some stuff up here. So it'll give you points. It's pretty cool. I feel like this deserves its own deep dive, to be honest with you guys. But there's a ton of cool data you can get out of this while on the track, and then also while off the track if you want to look back at it and see how you can improve. You do get your Type R plaque because it's unique. They're going to be serialized. And then another thing you get is the Bose speaker system, which is a great system that was already in the Honda Civic. But I feel like I sat in it. I spent a lot of time in it, but I didn't show you guys. Or the seats. So these seats are actually probably my favorite part of the interior. I don't know how they'll wear over time, to be honest with you guys, because it is like a synthetic suede material. It is perforated. I want to actually double check. Are they heated seats? They are not heated seats. So that is a bummer. But manually controlled, and you have a Type R embroidered up here. So really cool seats. They hold you in place even on the track, but they're also good for just daily driving. And then you got cup holders, center console. I mean, you guys pretty much know this if you know the 5-door. Let's go into the back seats and check that out. In the back seats, it's only a 4-seater, so you do not get a middle seat. The back seats also have the same red seat belts that were in the front seats, which I guess I didn't highlight earlier on, but yes, red seat belts on all 4 seats, which is nice. But the back seats, they're just a black fabric with red accent stitching. You also get the red floor mats, and then 2 cup holders in the middle. No AC, nothing of that sort. And then you have Type R kind of embossed in this back plastic that you see here. So good amount of room. Honestly, I feel like it's a practicality of the hatch. And let's go on to the trunk real quick. So trunk space, you guys should notice by now, you get this nice little privacy cover that retracts or extends out. But yeah, let's close that up. So let's just quickly talk about this car. It makes a lot of horsepower and sends a lot of that power to just the front wheels. So that's very different compared to the GR Corolla, which I feel like is its competitor. You can also compare this to the Golf R, which is also all-wheel drive. But I feel like as far as power delivery goes to the front wheels, it's really impressive. On the street, it puts the power down. That limited slip differential does a great job of just keeping you on the path that the steering wheel kind of points it on. And on the track, it's the same thing. It has loads of grip, but on the track, we did drive with Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, so that has a ton of grip already. But overall, I feel like Honda did a great job. They went out with a bang with this thing, and I think they're hinting that this might be the final fully gasoline powered Type R. We're moving on to electricity, guys. protons, electrons, all that good stuff, which we'll see what happens. But for what this thing is, it is the king of front wheel drive cars. Yeah, I had a great time driving this car. So huge thanks to Honda for having us out here at Sonoma to experience this. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll try to answer as many as I can. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.